It was a quiet night in the city, with the moon barely visible through the thick clouds that loomed overhead. Mary was walking home from a late night shift at the diner, feeling uneasy about the emptiness of the streets. She was almost home when she heard a strange noise behind her. She turned around to find nothing, just the flickering streetlights and a faint breeze. Mary quickened her pace, her heart pounding in her chest. The noise grew louder and more ominous, like something was chasing her. She tried to rationalize it, telling herself it was just her imagination, but the feeling of dread only intensified. Suddenly, a hand shot out from the darkness and grabbed her shoulder. Mary screamed as she turned around, but it was too late. The creature was already upon her. Its skin was as black as night, its eyes glowing an eerie shade of green. Its long, sharp claws glistened in the dim light, and its jagged teeth glinted as it grinned hungrily at her. Mary tried to run, but the creature was too fast. It pinned her to the ground and started to feast on her flesh. She could feel its teeth ripping through her skin, tearing into her muscle and bone. She screamed in agony, but no one came to her rescue. The creature was not alone. It had brought its entire pack with it, and they were all hungry for fresh meat. Mary's screams echoed through the empty streets as the monsters devoured her body, leaving nothing behind but bones and scraps of clothing. Mary's disappearance was not taken lightly by her friends and family. They searched for her tirelessly, putting up posters all around the city and holding candlelit vigils in her honor. But as the days turned into weeks, hope began to fade. The police investigated the case but found no leads or clues to Mary's whereabouts. The city became a darker, more dangerous place after her disappearance, with people afraid to leave their homes after dark. Rumors started spreading about the creatures that had killed Mary. Some people claimed they had seen them lurking in the shadows, their eyes glowing in the dark. Others said they had heard their howls echoing through the city at night. Despite the fear and rumors, life had to go on. But people couldn't shake the feeling that they were never truly alone in the city. Many started carrying weapons with them, just in case they encountered the monsters. Months passed, and the city's residents began to forget about Mary and the monsters. They went back to their normal routines, believing that the danger had passed. But they were wrong. One night, a group of teenagers decided to explore the abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of the city. As they entered the building, they heard strange noises coming from within. They ignored the warning signs and pressed on, eager to see what was making the noise. As they walked deeper into the warehouse, they suddenly found themselves face to face with the creatures that had killed Mary. They were bigger and more ferocious than the stories had led them to believe, and they attacked without hesitation. The teenagers were no match for the monsters, who tore through their flesh and bones with ease. It was a bloodbath, with screams and howls echoing through the warehouse. The police were called to investigate, but they found nothing but a gruesome scene of destruction. The city was once again on edge, and people realized that the monsters were still out there, lurking in the darkness, waiting for their next victim. From that day on, the city became a ghost town after dark. People barricaded themselves in their homes and refused to venture out unless it was absolutely necessary. The monsters had claimed the city as their own, and no one was safe from their wrath.